Okay, Nasai Minasan. Today we're gonna talk about Ohsama Sentai King-Ohger episode 24. Before watching Ohsama Sentai King-Ohger episode 24, let us start off with the trailer. Let's go.
次回王様戦隊キングオージャー5王国を巻き込む
So this
地
is
球
a
祭りだ
summer
デズナラクは
Matsuri
地球を内側から破壊するつもりだ
But Jeremy
王のなり
seems
損ない
like
ごと
he's
き
not
が
一緒に
participating.
新しい歴史を作るんだ
Is this? Huh. I'm not sure how the story is gonna go, but judging on how Jeremy actually challenged Desanara in the next episode preview, it almost seems like he wants to become the king of Bugnarak so that he can actually start to work on his ideas of how like cohabitating and living together between like human and Bugnarak, something like that. So that is just an idea that we might actually get to see. But with that being said, let us go through the trailer scene by scene to figure out what we can learn from the trailer itself. So we started out the trailer with this scene of Desanara standing on top of a mountain and looking down. This is a classic scene from Power Ranger, from Kamen Rider, to really show us like how strong the boss actually is. This is how the usually how a hero enters the picture, or even like how a villain enter a picture. So this scene is a classic scene that I felt like a lot of like director in the Tokusatsu show actually want to show something like that. Okay, but moving forward, we are gonna see this guy like enjoying the hottest day of his life with his leg inside of a cold bathtub, something like that. So this is something that I realized quite a lot of Japanese people in a lot of Japanese media actually portray this, like if you dip your leg in cold water, then it might actually cool the rest of your body down. I never actually tried this before. Like personally, like if it's too hot, I just turn on the fan, man. Like I just sit in front of the fan the whole day, whole night. That is how I deal with the hotness. But maybe they are doing it in a different way, like putting your leg inside the cold water might actually work. I kind of like want to try this myself personally, but just a thought. Moving forward, next thing we also get to see Himeno is also feeling very hot, and then Sebastian need to goes the extra mile to just fan her, and it is really insane. Okay, so next we get to see Yanma and Shiopara, something like that, like starting out a summer festival, something like that. So we get to see them, get to see half naked guy again, because they want to portray to that, I don't know, like whoever are interested in this is for you. This is for you, man. And next we get to see Himeno in a yukata. Like, why is it a yukata and not a kimono? You might be asking, because yukata usually is only kind of like one single layer. It's not gonna be a lot of different layer, and then you're not like there's less layer. I will assume like that is how you differentiate between a yukata and a kimono. Kimono is really hot to wear, and it's like it kind of like covers you quite a lot. Like I mean, like covers you in a sense that it actually hinders your movement quite a lot. But a yukata might be more freeing to move around. You are able to walk more freely, something like that. I think that's kind of like the difference between a kimono and a yukata. And I believe what Himeno right now is wearing is definitely a yukata rather than a kimono, okay, because of how free she is able to move, something like that. But then again, I could be wrong. Next we get to see, this is really nice, okay, because like Rita is fully embracing Morphone right now. Like she's even selling like Morphone chef eyes, and we also get to see that I would assume that she's also wearing a form of yukata, but she also doesn't neglect to hide her face, something like that. So we are not sure like why is she consistently hiding her face. Maybe like I really don't know like why is she hiding her face. Maybe it is to show less expression, less emotion, so that like when she become a judge, like people is not able to kind of like say things that is gonna manipulate her judgment in a certain way, so that people would only like people can't really judge what she's thinking. Maybe something that is the purpose of why her costume is that way. Is not just a fashion sense, but it is for her job as well. Like I hope like there's gonna be a future in the future episode where we actually get to hear why she's hiding her face, something like that most of the time. And we also get to see Monophonia beside Rita, so really amazing duo. But moving forward, we get to see Gira, Kogane, and this little kid. We are not sure who, but it almost seems like kind of like a happy family, something like that. They are going to enjoy the summer festival together. I'm not sure like how they are gonna do with Kogane right now, because I felt like not using Kogane more in the story felt like a huge waste in the in the storytelling perspective, because now that Gira is king, obviously like he can definitely involve more of the orphanage people in his kingdom, something like that. And maybe there's also they can actually write a different type of story, like maybe like one of the stories like how Gira wants to bring all the orphanage into the kingdom, but Kogane be like chotobate kudasai, I don't want that. Maybe you can help us, you can help the orphanage, but not like this, not take away the offers from the orphanage, but maybe like give a lot more support, something like that. And we are not sure how things are gonna go, but hopefully we get to see like more thing coming from Kogane rather than just, you know, like a sideline character, something like that. But moving forward, we get to see a dancing stuff. We get to see Dibowski dancing, get to see Suzume dancing, get to see a lot of different people dancing. So that is pretty fun. Maybe this is like halfway through the episode when everyone's enjoying themselves. Next, we get to see the very serious scene of this Kamejin and also Dezanara is talking to one another, and Jeremy is bringing that guy, like what is the name of that Bugnarak that is helping with Jeremy? We are not sure, but Jeremy seems to be challenging Dezanara in a duel, something like that. And then we cut to a scene where Gira is actually in I would assume Kuagon itself. Maybe he's inside King-Ohger, and we get to see that little kid is also inside King-Ohger itself. So we are not sure like what actually happened. Like, is this part of kind of like the celebrative feeling, or this is like legit Bugnarak is actually invading Sugodam when they're actually having the summer festival itself? Okay, so we are not sure, but really fun stuff. Next, we get to see all the Ranger Henshin. There's not a single civilian inside, so maybe the Bugnarak did indeed strikes the Matsuri itself. Okay, but next, moving forward, we get to see Jeremy and Dezanara having an all-out fight, and then we get to see that Bugnarak is fighting with other Bugnarak as well. So I would really believe that this is what is happening right now. Like, Jeremy is trying to become the king of Bugnarak, so that he would actually be the one that is gonna lead the Bugnarak and the human alliance in the right direction, rather than hoping that Dezanara is gonna become the king that is eventually gonna work together with humans. He choose to become king himself, maybe, or maybe he's gonna allow that guy that is like fighting alongside with Jeremy to become the king of Bugnarak, and then he's gonna like just make a deal with the humans of forming an alliance, something like that. Okay, so that is just a theory so far, but we are not sure. We have to wait until next episode to clearly see what is actually happening. But so we actually get to see the title of the next episode. I can't really read it, but I would say it is the fight between the underground king and then the king versus the king in between, the in-between king, something like that. Because Jeremy called himself the king of in-betweens, and then Dezanara is the king of the underground, aka the Bugnarak itself. Okay, so maybe this is a legit fight between the both of them, and then we might actually get to see someone winning, someone losing. We're not sure, but this is really amazing. Next, we get to see Gira and the little kid playing with the water balloons, something like that. So this is really interesting, because I actually really want to play this game. Like, when I saw a lot of time like in animes and all that stuff. I kind of want to try how does it feels like to play this thing and all the stuff. It seems really fun. Okay, so hopefully we get to see something like this when I go Japan. I wanted to go Japan, by the way. Just want to announce this. Whether or not I can make it is another story, but I might be going to Japan next year around April. I'm gonna go with a couple of my friends. The purpose of the visit is just to have fun. Whether or not I'm gonna vlog about it is another story. But if you want to see me vlog in Japan, let me know. Okay, like let me know. I'm definitely gonna try to make a video when I'm there. Hopefully, I don't know. But yeah, let me move on. Next, we get to see tofu gang cooking some yakisoba. They are the providing food gang. Apparently, I would assume that this guy, this looks like a female. Okay, this looks like a girl, but I could be wrong. But glad to see Dibowski is doing something other than becoming a like schemer all the time. I'm not sure whether or not you guys know this or not, but Dibowski is huge. That actor is legit huge. There's a Netflix sumo show. I forgot what is the name of the show already, but he is one of the sumo in the show itself, and he is freaking huge. He is tall and huge. And now that we actually look at him this way, we can clearly see that he is like way more buff and way more thick than the rest of the ranger itself. So I don't know, man. Like, he looks amazing. He looks insane. So let me move on to the next thing. Next, we get to see Rita and Monophonia with some Morphone plush and Morphone chef eyes. So that is really cool. Rita seems really tired. Like she doesn't really want to be there, kind of feel. But I think she's gonna be happy just having so many Morphones surrounding him. I never actually realized whether or not like not Morphone, like Rita actually wears like kind of like a glove, like a lace glove or not most of the time. I think she have a different glove when she's like having her full costume in. But I think this is the first time we actually get to see her wear glove, and I think the reason why she wears glove most like whether or not like she's in this yukata form or in her official costume, like we actually get to see this happening in Himeno as well. It's kind of like royalty, like female royalty. Most of the time they are gonna wear glove. They're not gonna like interact with normal human most of the time, so directly. So they're gonna wear glove, especially for the female. I think that is what happened in England, like when the king something like that, where the queen. I'm not very familiar with like royalty etiquette or something like that. For those, maybe you guys know more than me, let me know in the comment section below. But just a thought, okay, maybe. And then we get to see Himeno doing some sort of explosion. Maybe we're gonna get some hanabi happening. Then get to see Yanma and Shiopara doing some stupid shit. And we get to see the fight against Desanara. Not sure what do I think about the fight with Desanara, but this is not the first time the Rangers fought with Desanara already, and we already know they can defeat Desanara, so nothing surprising there. But we get to see Duga having the Morphon chef eyes, yakisoba on his hand, looking at someone with the rest of the king behind him. Not sure what are they thinking about. Himeno looks like he's thinking like, why is this guy even here, something like that. So really crazy stuff. But next get to see Gira in his yukata as well. So that is really amazing, and that is how the trailer actually ended. So I'm not sure how to feel about this episode. It almost feels like kind of like a really fun, relaxing episode, like a summer festival episode in an anime itself. You know, like there's certain tropes in an anime every single time. Like there's a beach episode, there's like the school festival episode, like the summer festival episode, the beach. There's a lot of different episodes. Okay, so really crazy stuff here. But I would say this is gonna be really fun, and that is all from me. Hope you enjoy. By the way, I should be looking at this camera. That is all from me. Hope you enjoy what you've been seeing so far. And if you like what you see, help me share it. Help me encourage someone to subscribe to my channel. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye.